Hey everyone, and welcome to another video about Patrick Shank. I was pretty sick in the last time, so I wasn't able to make a video. My voice is still fucked, but I hope it lasts through the video. Let's come back to Patrick. I had some fun with him for a few days in the comment section of my last video, and whoa, this was pretty telling about him. This dude is just a troll, not less and not more, and super butthurt. He couldn't get over the fact that I debunked his model with just one observation of the real world, so he decided to troll my video. At first he opened a thread where he left some comments, but he deleted it quickly. He opened a new one where he posted a link to an even bigger load of bullshit that he called his response video. I will come back to that in a minute. He was going back and forth with me in the thread, but he wondered why no one else gave a fuck about it. So he logged out and couldn't find this comment immediately and decided to leave this comment here, in basically every thread under my video. The problem is that is a blatant lie. His comment is still there. You just need to switch the comment filter to newest first and scroll a bit down. I told him that in the comments more than one time, but he refused to check it and still ran with his lie. He only dropped it when I made a screenshot of that comment when I was logged out and posted it to him. I think this shows how much he is willing to find out the truth. He simply didn't give a shit about it as long as he thought he had something against me in his head. When he noticed that no one could see his thread initially, he wrote this. What an attention-seeking dumbass. He then was trolling every thread under my video to get more attention. He got schooled in each and every one of them by various people at the same time. When his arguments didn't work, he tried to distract by crying around what a mean person I am. As if this would in any way invalidate my or others' arguments. Seriously, after days of butthurt trolling, he was at the end only crying around and even complained that I was responding to all his comments he left on my video. And in all this time, he didn't care to present the requested proof for his claim. But let's leave the fucked up person behind and take care of the video. He is now claiming that the South Celestial Pole is a reflection of the North Celestial Pole. He made a response video to my last one, but this was just stupid gibberish. First he wanted to explain how this reflection makes us think that there are two pole stars. He was using this solid half sphere and put it on top of that picture to prove why we have two pole stars. But I have to ask, since when are we watching through such a dense atmosphere? And since when are we looking from the outside through the alleged dome? In real life we only look through one medium, which is our atmosphere. But in every demonstration from Patrick he had to add another medium to mimic the effects he claims are real. And it doesn't even work properly. For example, he says our atmosphere contains water, therefore it magnifies the sun, and it doesn't change angular size when it sets. But even when stuff is underwater, it changes angular size while moving away from you. In the real world, we see that everything changes angular size except the sun and the moon. Your explanation makes no sense at all. Atmospheric lensing is just bullshit. He also claims that the sun turns red in the evening because it gets magnified while going down. Let me debunk that with his own evidence he presented to show how sunsets work. First of all, we don't have such a lens in our atmosphere. And second of all, this candle still shows the same colors. It's magnified, but it didn't change color. There goes this nonsense out of the window. I gave him a lot of time to at least prove his claim that the South Celestial Pole is a reflection, by simply showing that the stars around match with each other. But of course he failed to do this. He tried to prove it with stars that can be seen from both hemispheres, to say that they appear in both time lapses, which prove that they are reflections. First of all, if what he says is true, people living at the equator would see the stars overhead twice. The real one and next to it the reflected one. But no one ever saw anything like that. So to prove your point, you would have to show the exact place where the reflection starts, and we would see the stars twice in that area. Or you have to show the stars directly at the celestial poles. But of course he didn't do that. But here I am with some evidence. I went out to film the night sky. I made a photo and a short time lapse until clouds decided to be assholes again. Here's a super short time lapse. I want to make a longer one when I ever have clear sky in the night. Here is the picture of the North Celestial Pole and the Big Dipper. Here is the Little Dipper. I have here this picture from Dether the cameraman, who uploaded a video of the southern sky a few weeks ago. And here we have the South Celestial Pole with the Southern Cross. I can't see the Southern Cross in the north, and I can't see the Big Dipper in the south. By the way, Polaris and Sigma Octantis have different apparent magnitudes. Polaris is bright in the sky at magnitude 2, but Sigma Octantis is significantly fainter at magnitude 5.47. They are not the same star. We have two different celestial poles with different pole stars and different constellations around them. Another big evidence that we are living on a rotating spherical Earth. The celestial poles destroyed your flat Earth model again. For the future I would say I just ignore this dumbass, he's not worth it. So Patrick, have fun raging in the comments, I don't give a fuck about it until you prove your claims. And with that I'll end today's video. Thanks for watching, bye bye and stay tuned.